He didn't really have the fastball that he wanted, and he ended up using his curveball a little bit more because that was a pitch that was working.
Well, the Royals are chance for two. Good feed to Aviles. Double play. Walks. Gill has walked 5 all year, and that includes the walk tonight. And now handles a soft liner from Rios and faces just 3 in the top of the first inning.
On there, but with him, it's just all real. I remember those exciting chances that he had last year.
Slicer towards left, and Snyder comes up to retire Coco 1 away.
Sure that it was a good pitch up in the zone that I could hit, but really you just want to gauge the velocity of the fastball.
And David on a 2-1 pitch strokes it into right center field. 1 on 1 out. And although Richmond never appeared in a game, DeJesus running again, and Tien rolls it to the right side. Aaron Hill makes a nice play and throws him out from his knees, and DeJesus. For 4, 2 strikeouts last night. Hit hard to left field. DeJesus unable to cut it off. And Vernon Wells to second base with his 7th double of the year. And that time the curveball in for a called third strike and
down. So he had all that working for him last night.
Busted bat, and that floats over Aviles. Wells had to hesitate to make sure it got through. So he'll hold to third. So a Wells double, and with 1 out, a Rollins single. 3 runs or less while he has been on the mound. DeJesus to the barrier wall, has just enough room. Wells is going to tag, and the throw hits Wells. It should be understood that the catcher is going to be set up in foul territory.
Well, otherwise you make the throw longer. And in that situation there, the ball.
Number 9 hitter, 21-year-old Travis Snyder, 0 for 3 last night. And that gets away from Buck and moves 2 runners into scoring position. A walk. Gill has walked 3. On the ground to Aviles. And Gill holds him to 1. It cost him 34 pitches. Couldn't quite hold up. Rung up by the home plate umpire. Richmond struggled.
When I managed against him, and he also hit 305 last year. So I don't think that anybody could doubt.
Overbay right near the bag at first base. And now the wind pushes it in foul ground.
Has got to be the biggest fan of not just the Royals, but Fox Sports Kansas City. So we definitely appreciate Jack. He lets us know everything that we do. He's the best.
Well, in the second, loaded the bases, but retired Scudero on a ground ball. And now Rios drives it into center field, but Coco hasn't played perfect. It's a long, loud out as Hill returns to first base.
Basically, it's trying to pitch to the corners and not being able to hit those corners.
Again, driven to deep center field. This time Coco all the way to the wall and slamming into the Fox Sports Kansas City center. Back to Gill. So leadoff walk. 2 good defensive plays in center field. One of them great.
Also running the fastball away from the lefties.
And Aviles down to the count, 1-2. Good looking swing to the opposite field. Shallow center field. Tough play for Scudero. No play for Scudero. Great effort.
But it's what they want right here.
Coco lays down a bunt. Richmond's going to go to third. Got it. A difficult call at that. Back to Richmond. He might go to third again. Nope. He's going to deck. Tien might have the green light, but it's a 4-pitch walk. So as we mentioned earlier in the inning, Popped him up. And the Jays get out of it after the Royals open the inning. He doesn't have his A game. He is able to find a way to keep the game competitive.
And we've seen him do that on a number of occasions.
And knocked down. That brings up Lyle Overbay. And that's past Jacobs and into the right field corner, where it is handled by the ball boy, who's going to quickly try and give it to a fan before nobody notices.
As he still sees the cutter, then the fastball can actually beat him in that situation.
Curveball is stroked to deep left and over the head of DeJesus, so Overbay will score. And back-to-back doubles with one out. Toronto leads 2-0.
Then he'd probably be able to handle that ball, but some guys handle it a lot better.
Jacobs way off the line, but gets it to Mesh. Good play. Barajas moves up to third base, 2 down. This time Scudero takes the walk, and that's 21 for him this year. And now Aaron Hill, who has walked and grounded into a double play, and he drills it into right field. Toronto leads 3-0. Day play pack. All of that for just $40. Past Tian, knocked down by Aviles, no play, but that's saved. Up the middle, and that'll drive home 2. Rios going to hold at second base, and Toronto has scored 4 in the 4th. 8 runs, 9 hits in that game. On a 3-0 pitch, Adam Lynn pops it up to the right side, and Mike Jacobs makes the catch. The Jays bat lifting the kids' spirits. Mike Jacobs down on 3 pitches, strikes out for the second time tonight, and that's 3 for Scott Richmond. Up the middle, but Scudero was favoring the middle, and he throws out Callaspo.
And no, because we described the 2 types of sinkers. The one that goes straight down is a true sinker, and the one that runs is a 2-seamer.
Royals down at
phase any of those guys if they were put in that situation for a couple of games.
That's a fair ball. So down into the left field corner, Scott Rowland to second base to lead off the 5th inning. How about running out Don Drysdale and Sandy Koufax? A walk to Lyle Overbay, and that's 6 walks. Barajas didn't get all of it. Rowland runs back to tag, but DeJesus will keep him at second base, and that's the first out of the 5th inning. Chance for 2. Callaspo, Aviles, Jacobs. So lead off, singled leading off the 3rd inning. That's the Royals' biggest threat tonight against Richmond. Aaron Hill gets Aviles for the first out of the 5th. Here's the James B. Nutter. Richmond getting Guillen to foul out to the catcher, and that's his biggest pitch tonight. Travis Snyder gets Scudero backhands, tough throw, no chance to get Coco. There's a 2-out.
Would have given us something to talk about for sure.
Hit hard to right field. Rio shallow, can't get it. This is going to turn into a run. So the Royals are on the board. DeJesus comes through with a 2-out double. And with a walk. Right to Aaron Hill at second base. The Royals are on the scoreboard. And at the end of 5. And dropping down. Lifted to left field for DeJesus. 1 down in the 6th inning.
That's my word.
Great at bat for Aaron Hill after all those foul balls. His second base hit into right field. 1 on, 1 out in the. Shallow right, and Callaspo couldn't quite get it in foul ground. finally gets him with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. Aaron Hill runs. Wells strikes out. So after all that, a scoreless 6th inning. It's been a tough. His 3rd time, doubled to right field. So now they have a good feel for what he has tonight. And Guillen did not get a piece of that pitch. That's forced. Hit hard, but right to Hill. And 2 down.
He said I had a great night last year.
Aaron Hill, 360 turn to get Kayaspo, the lefties and the righties.
Well, that's true, and mainly what you're looking for in lefty versus lefty is a little deception. He does throw a little bit across his body, so it kind of puts him behind a lot of lefties, so if he can get to the.
Into right field, Meyer has it played well. 2 down in the 7th inning.
The left-handed hitter, and then he throws across his body and opens up the outside for himself.
Kayaspo getting it to Ramirez quickly. He found the bags.
I think the pitcher was Mike Loyne.
Went around. So Buck just missed. Belting is 4th. On the ground to Overbay. Richmond is retired 6 in a row. You know what a lot of people forget about 2003 as Meyer takes a 2-out walk. Royals got off to that now base hit, could make it a 3-run game. Up the middle. And Scudero throws him out. So Scott Richmond has allowed 1 run, 5 hits through 7. Became the starting catcher, and that really turned around his career. Now he spent most of his career as a starter, and he slams one past Tien, but DeJesus is on it quickly and holds Barajas to a long single. To the other. Snyder gets the bunt down, and now nobody over at first base. That's going to,
because that's the easiest ball to bunt down the third baseline.
Royals are not convinced he won't bunt, and he pulls the bat back and slaps it into center field. Barajas doesn't run well, but he will score as Coco had a tough time getting it out of his glove. So the Blue Jays lead 6-1. Hit hard into left field. DeJesus going to play it on a bounce, and that's going to make it 7-1. Still nobody out. Through the hole left side, Scudero going to be waved home, and DeJesus is going to play it to third. So it's 8-1.
It is also another hitting coach for the Blue has served in that capacity.
Call the infield fly rule, so Lind is out before Aviles makes the move. Had to be made. Right to Tien. Blue Jays bat 8. They score 3, and now have a funky motion and arm angle that can be tough on left-hand batters. One hopper to Aaron Hill. DeJesus is out. He has the RBI tonight in 2 hits.
Did some things around the ball club, but I think a lot of times managers do understand when changes have to be made.
Tien to the gap in left center field. Into second base with his first hit. Coming with the bases loaded back in the 3rd inning when it was a 1-0 game. Now he hits this one very high into shallow center field, and Aaron Hill dropped the ball. Vernon Wells was there. It would have been a much easier play for him. And now Jacobs 0 for 4 tonight with 3 innings since 1960. You're talking about pretty good stuff if a guy can come in and pull that off. Now Alex Rios makes the catch in foul ground, and the Royals strand 2 more in the 8th inning. They left 8 on base in 8 innings. Your thoughts? Ron Mayhay, 1 pitch, 1 out, getting.
It's going to help him down the road. Ron Mayhay pitched some big games for the Royals last year.
Good fastball to strike out Barajas. 2 down in the 9th inning. And nails the outside corner, strikes him out. Impressive night in his glove in his motion. I have no idea why I remember that, and I haven't seen it this year from him. Buck grounds out, 0 for 4 tonight. So 1 day.
595 right down the middle, and it just kind of jumps in on your hand.
And League comes up with a strikeout, 2 down in the 9th inning. Let's take another look at those last 2. How many kilometers an hour is that, Frank?
Well, if I was in Germany, I can tell you.
Royals down in order in the 9th inning. The Blue Jays even the series after the Royals win last night 7-1. The Blue Jays return the favor.